Hey, Steven van der Pijl here from Mailvio. I wanted to shoot a quick video to compare Mailvio's numbers from last year with this year. And, we're a little bit after Black Friday, Cyber Monday now, and this is always a period where email goes up, the volume goes up a lot, and the results often go down for a lot of people. Especially last year, it had a massive impact. A lot of people complaining that the open rates and the click rates and everything was down massively. Just like it started about 2 weeks before Black Friday and lasted quite a while, up to around New Year's. Um, and we also saw the numbers go down a little bit on our platform. And in the lieu of transparency, I wanted to show those numbers and compare them together. I think that would be interested for everybody that is using Mailvio, but also for everybody that just has email as an important revenue channel for their company. Which if you have a digital business, everybody should do that. As you might or might not know, at Mailvio we have a transparency page, so just mailvio.com/transparency, where we actually share our numbers every single month, completely transparent. Nobody else does this, as far as I know. So you can just see the numbers. Like this is from November 2025. So from last month, so always there's a delay with 1 month. As you can see, we sent 7.1 million emails, 0.04% spam complaints, basically 0.00 hard bounces. So just 287 over the whole platform. This is from all users, obviously. Soft bounces 0.37, also very good. Average open rate of 57%, average click rate of 1.75%. So pretty awesome numbers. And you can see here the numbers in all time as well. And we have a leaderboard here where we apply like our own algorithm and assign a score. And you can show the best users of that month. So let's kind of dive into our admin section. So this is just the same numbers basically, but in our admin it's not pretty here, but it's useful anyway. So first, let's jump over to 2024. First, I'll show you the monthly numbers, and then I'll show you the weekly, kind of how that flow goes, and then I'll compare it with 2025. As you can see here in 2024, October, we sent 2.1 million emails. We had a very low spam rate, but back then we weren't counting the Google and the Microsoft spam, the invisible spam complaints. So only the spam complaints that get into our system that get reported back to us. But Google, Microsoft, etc., on purpose by design, they don't forward all the spam complaints to the ESPs. So we now have a system that calculates those numbers because we have the percentages, and we know that the amount of emails sent, and then we calculate just how many spam complaints that means, and we add that to our total spam complaints now in the new system. Very useful because it gives you a more realistic image of what's happening. That said, our competitors, they only calculate their spam complaints based on, the reports that they actually get back from Google via some feedback loop systems. Hard bounces, very low, 0.01%, very good. Soft bounce is also very low, all good. But what's important here to look at is like the open rates and the click rates, right? So over here we have open rates of like about 21% and click rates 1.7% for October. Then if we compare that with November, we see it basically the same. 21.6, 2.2 click rate, a little bit up. So that's good. More actionable emails probably. And then if we compare that to December, it goes down a little bit further. And that's kind of the result of the November changes. So the November changes start about 2 weeks before Black Friday, and then towards Black Friday itself, it's just the end of November always. You definitely generally see opens and clicks go down because just the sheer volume of emails worldwide goes up humongously, like 10x in a very short period of time. So that's why the ISPs, Google and Microsoft, they want to protect their users. So that's why they dial up their spam filters very significantly. And that's what happens. Everybody starts complaining, like my emails are not arriving anymore, etc. So let's have a look how that is per week. So here, end of October, you can see here 1.5 click average on all users. Again, this is best and the worst users of Mailvio, and 22% to 22.1% opens. And then we go into November. You can see it slightly go down, but basically the same. Then we still had a better week actually, the second week. This is basically where other people from other platforms started complaining, and we actually went up. Click rate is really good here as well for some reason. Then if we go, this is the week of Black Friday, if I got it right. So you can see it starting to go down a little bit lower than that, like a 22, 21, where we were on average back then. And then here you can see it lower, and then we go into December. Still goes lower, so that's kind of that trend that happens generally starting with Black Friday and then into December. You can still see it slowly going lower and lower, both click rates and open rates. And then generally speaking, that period kind of ends between Christmas and New Year, but last year it still went on. Like as you see here, the first week. Well, the first week is just because nobody checks their email worldwide. Like, well, not worldwide maybe, but in a lot of the Western world because of New Year's, etc. And then here in the second week, you see it jump back up. This is when that period of where the spam filters were set to really aggressive kind of ends. And you can instantly see that in the numbers jumping back up here. And it goes up from there and it stays like that. So that's kind of that flow in terms of the numbers from 2024. So let's compare that with 2025. So like we're not completely done with that period yet. I mean, it's still December, right? Like beginning of December. But I wanted to show you where we are anyway. Because this year has been a lot better. So let's start with October. I haven't seen that many complaints industry wide of numbers going down. So I think that this year the ISPs haven't put their spam filters up that aggressively compared with last year. Or they just changed in the systems. Like, I mean, they have much more advanced AIs now than they had last year. So I think that plays a part as well. But let's have a look at October. As you can see here, 7.9 million emails. So we massively increased our volume on the platform, which is good for us. And now you can see like the better, more realistic picture of spam complaints as well. Still super, super low, which is great. Hard bounce is also very low. It's good. Soft bounce is 0.6%, also very good. And then if we look at the open rates, it's almost 50%. So yeah, that's more than 2x what we had last year. And with the increased volume, I would say that's a very, very good result. Click rates more or less the same, but the fact that it may remain stable at 1.5%, which is a good rate for click rates with the massive increase in volume, which is like 400%, more or less, which is really, really good, right? Then if we look at November, we see something interesting, which actually makes me very happy because I've been emailing our customers to kind of warn them what's going to happen in November, December, and it seems they listened. So what I told everybody in advance is November isn't about emailing more. You can increase how many times you email, but you should only be emailing your most active people, like where you normally email your 0 to 60 day last engaged segment. during this period of like Black Friday up until Christmas, more or less, you should be focusing to even more engaged segments. So, like for example, 0 to 30 day and last engaged segment. And it seems to me that Mailvio customers have listened, which is a great honor that our customers trust us enough to listen. Because you can see here, instead of the expected volume going up, our volume actually went down a little bit, so 7.1 million emails compared to 7.9 in October. And on top of that, you see the open rate actually even spike up further to 57.5%, which is really, really good. And you can see the click rate also went up significantly up to 1.8%, which is also fantastic for the month of November. So I'm super happy with it, and thank you to the Mailvio customers to listening to what we have to say. That's what really makes a difference in your email marketing results. December, yeah, we're still in. It's still early, obviously, but the numbers are looking great. Even further up with open rates, click rates 1.6, a little bit down compared to, but yeah, like I said, it's still early. So if we have a look at the week to week here, this is October, so let's start here. So 60% almost open rates here, 1.8. That's very good. Then week 45, first week of November, 60%, 1.8, 58, 2% click rate. So that's funny, right? Like, so level kind of happened last year as well at week 46, where the click rate suddenly spiked a little bit compared to the other weeks. It was also the second week of November. Then over here, week 47, we definitely see it go down a little bit, but not a lot. Still amazing numbers for sure. And that's the Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Oh well, Cyber Monday is I think the 24th, so Black Friday week is where all the promo stuff starts. And then week 48, let's have a look. Click rate 1.6, 55.9. 50, yeah, basically the same, so still fantastic. Then first week of December, 57, a little bit down, so follows the same trend, but still these numbers are absolutely fantastic, to be honest. And then we're basically here. A week isn't completely done yet, but yeah, back up to close to 60. Click rates remain stable. So yeah, just super happy. Really cool to see these numbers, and also just the sheer like growth of the platform and improvement of the platform. This is definitely a result of our big project of improving our infrastructure, but also various new features that we've introduced, and some teaching on our side towards our customers, and the customers actually taking this up and listening, which is an absolute honor. I love everybody in Mailvio. Thank you so much for being our customers. And if you are not yet a customer of Mailvio and you care about your money emails, your promotional emails, of course we send newsletters and stuff, etc. as well. But we focus specifically on getting your money emails delivered to the inbox of your audience, which is what matters, because that's where you get your ROI from in your email marketing. Email isn't that, it's alive and kicking. You just have to do it the right way, the Mailvio way. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.